Hey, what's good? What's good? What's good? Welcome to D Smith. Let's go. Welcome to today's session. Today's session, man. So, Ryan Clark on a Pivot podcast just said while he was on ESPN, he could not be too black because he wanted that job so bad he could not be himself. Think about that. He said, I have to self censor myself to keep my job. And this happens a lot to black folks when they enter the corporate America, right? I think W.E. Du Bois said it's like a double consciousness, right? You can be yourself at home, but once you go into the workplace, you switch your personality to conform, to fit, to keep your job. Think about that. Think about that. So let's react to this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Welcome to the session, man. Let's go.
Didn't care about an actual segment on our show about a young man like Greg. Didn't care about that enough because of me to use it.
Was that ever addressed?
No, it was never addressed. Family Feud.
Yeah.
They have an NFL Live Family Feud, a show that I've been a part of, that I won a sports Emmy for being a part of, that's won 2 Emmys in a row because of the core of Laura Rutledge, Marcus Spears, Dan Orlowski, Mina Kimes, and Ryan Clark. You go do Family Feud, and Marcus and I aren't there, but Marcus was asked. And when I reached out to the people who were involved, they just said, one said, we never asked for you. Another said, these 2 people were already on Pat's show, and that's why you and Marcus weren't on. But Marcus was asked, I wasn't. So there were just signs throughout the season, like even now. If you look at everything for the Super Bowl year, I'm not on any of that. A guy that's supposed to be a part of Monday Night Football, a man that's supposed to be a part of NFL Live, a man that's a huge part of First Take, was a part of building Get Up. So to me, the signs were always there.
You know what's crazy? Ryan don't realize the Pivot podcast is for the culture within the culture. That podcast is more powerful than ESPN for black people, for hip hop culture. That podcast right there speaks to us. Don't nobody go to ESPN. Black people go to ESPN for their hot takes. That's just my opinion. I do not listen to ESPN. Well, whatever analysts they have, I pay them no mind. That's just me. But when he's on a pivot, full attention. I'm just saying, man.
And I called, man.
Yeah.
I called executives, I called decision makers, I called bosses. Is my schedule changing? What's it look like? And it was never a definitive answer. But I think it was never a definitive answer because this was always the plan.
Yeah. And you're not a shy dude. Like you said, I know you ain't just sitting in the shadows with your head down. You're going to address situations. But if it's not performance-based, what's it based off of?
Well, to address the head down thing, what makes me a little bit sad about myself is I did adjust who I was to try to keep my job. I did have
Think about that. He adjusts. It's coming out of his own mouth. Let's go, man. Welcome to the session.
meetings with people and say, okay, what is it that you need from me? Not the analyst. The analyst he was damn good, right? If you care about the person that's on TV, what is it you need from me? Because I want to do that. I want to build a relationship. I want to involve you in the things I'm doing. You know, man, like this show, for 3 years, bro, we never shied away from any topic.
Right.
We never shied away from tackling anything. We did this year because I knew I couldn't have no beef. I knew I couldn't respond to disrespect, right? I knew, for lack of a better
That's so sad to hear, but check out this next part, man.
word, I couldn't be too black.
He said he could not be himself. He just said he could not be too black for corporate ESPN, man. That's wild. That's crazy. You could not be yourself. Think about that.
What makes me sad is even in trying to adjust to be at least more of what certain people wanted, they still fired me. And so I think that is difficult. I think it's about some of who I am, and it's about certain executives not connecting to that, not supporting that, not wanting to champion that, not wanting to give that the vast platform that is ESPN. And I think they utilized it to make an example of me.
But RC, you called some people to figure out what you can do. Did anybody give you a heads up?
Yeah, I gotten some heads up. I mean, summer ago, Stephen A sat with me, took me to lunch in Los Angeles. And he told me, he said, there's a particular executive that doesn't like you. Now, let me be honest. I had been hearing this for years, right? It had gotten to me so many times. And so having that dinner or that lunch with Stephen A was just confirmation of it. He's like, you need to go set a meeting. But so many times when I heard about this particular person, it was, he doesn't like you, or he's said this negatively. So I'd heard it a ton of times. And I got a call this offseason from someone within the building. And, they said the way I stand up for our community is commendable, right? That they respected that in my position, I had a passion for that. But they also said it had created enemies for me at the executive level. It had created opposition, and that there were people.
So when he say enemy, it's basically the Trump people are in these different companies. That's what it is. The Trump people want to take over, want to buy everything. They bought Paramount. That's what it is. They're trying to buy Disney. As I'm hearing this, that's what I hear. He is saying.
Within that building that were going to stand on the table for me. And it was such a shock because I thought to myself, in the most important year in ESPN football, you gotta stand on the table for me? Like, for me. Like, there's somebody that needs to be convinced that our NFL coverage is elevated when I'm on TV. Like, there's a person that knows football. There's a person that knows TV that thinks that 13 years in the NFL, Super Bowl, Pro Bowler, a captain, experience from
Still a nigga.
being an undrafted free agent to trying to make the team, to being one of the leaders in the locker room. 12 years of doing this, you got to convince that person that I should be doing TV. And, what I learned was it wasn't about who I was in front of the camera as it pertained to football. It was about what I represented every time I got in front of that camera. And that is something that I don't believe you truly can combat.
When it's all said and done, that's the least anyone can do. I mean, you stand up and stand on, the shoulders of, or for so many people. Like, what you do, bruh, is unbelievable. So for someone to stand up for you, I think that's the minimum anyone can do. But to also, I want to put this to bed because a lot of people have been having their takes about Stephen A. And you mentioned Stephen A. Is there anything Stephen A. could have done to make this go away?
No. Stephen A., with all of his power, with all of his influence, is not a true decision maker at ESPN. That's not his job title, right? That's not in the repertoire of what he's asked to do. And we get it so many times, right? And I get it all the time. Why do you ride for him so much? Like, why don't you come for him? And I've said it on this show. I call him. I text him. I tell him when I think he's doing too much. And I have the conversations with him all the time. But when this company was treating me in a way that, at least in my opinion, was unfair as it pertains to what I'd accomplished, he was the first person to go, I want you. Mm-hmm. If they're gonna take you off of this or that, don't worry about it. You'll get your TV time on my show. Thursday and Friday will be Ryan Clark's days. That will never be forgotten by me. Mm-hmm. I will be forever grateful for that. That in a space that I was sort of being told, at least being who you are is going to make you lose certain things because you aren't these people that we covet, these people that we're comfortable with, these people that we take pictures with and put our arms around and show the world that we support them. I'll do that for you. And the loyalty he's shown me, the love he's shown me, the true hurt and pain in his voice when he called me around 4 o'clock Central Time on Monday, I will never forget that. We are forever, forever friends.
You talking about 4 Central on Monday. What happened on Monday? Because you got 5-minute shifts. Get fired halfway through that job.
Hey, Chad, crazy, right? Hey,
where'd the other box go?
Hey, Smokey was trying to build club houses. You know what I'm saying? He was stealing boxes.
He was stealing boxes.
Hey, my box disappeared. You know,
your box went away.
Hey, they was like, damn.
That's crazy. I'm glad he could laugh about it and joke about it. Damn, Smokey. Damn, Craig. Craig, you got fired on your day off, man. They got fired during the show. ESPN did him dirty. That trash network. Them trash ass shows nobody watch. Well, I don't watch it. They just the network is trash, man. All those analysts they got, trash, man. Trash. I'm just saying.
Should I say that? Where else he go?
Yeah, so let me put this to bed. I wasn't laid off. I was fired. Right? They're using layoffs as a cover and a camouflage for what they already intended on doing. But there was no cause for it, right? So because there was no cause for it, you couldn't just fire me, so you had to wait to the layoff so you could camouflage it and veil it, right? But here's the other thing. If I was laid off, like everybody else, they came out on Tuesday. Mine came out on Friday. I get the call. I get a text from our showrunner that tells me to call my boss. I call my boss in the break, tells me they're letting me go. He said this is a very awkward call. This is a hard call. I could hear how hard it was for him. And if anybody was going to call me that was anywhere on the executive level, whether low or high, he's the person I wanted to, the way he's fought for me and rode for me. And he said, our friends, jokingly, at Outkick had the story, and we're going to leak it.
I'm in it right here. So Outkick is a what's the word? Trump organization. That side of the politics They basically hate niggas. It is what it is. They hate everybody, man. It is what it is at this point. This is we need to call it out. But shout out to Ryan Clark, the Pivot Podcast. I think Charlamagne the God just say you guys you got a great platform. Just go 5 days a week. I watch that platform before I watch ESPN shows because their shows just simply trash. It is what it is. Like, comment, subscribe. Welcome to the session. Let me know what you think, man. I'm out of here.